Alright, hello everyone, Spectre here, back in with our Marvel Contest of Champion video. This time we're talking about the Bahamut quest for the Deathless Guillotine challenge of 8.2.6. And yeah, so this is another quest where, you just want Guillotine 2099. I'm going to be saying that for all three of these videos, that, yeah, just bring in Guillotine 2099, oh, she just makes this, it's so free with her. And yeah, so let's just talk about the path first. So you want to go for this the Professor X path. And so why this path is so good is I'll get into it right here. So we got this weapon. Well, I don't know why I clicked on him. Come back, Professor. Okay, so yeah, we got this weapon node. So whenever the defender blocks or strikes the attacker or hits into block, they gain a cruelty passive for each armor buff or passive they have active, increasing crit damage by 50% for 15 seconds. While these cruelties are active, the defender has guaranteed crits and can crit through the attacker's block. So that is a really good weapon node. And if you know weapon node, that means those are things that you can take. And as you see, it says you get cruelties that make you have guaranteed crits for each armor up effect you have. Now, Guillotine 2099, as we all know, has armor ups. She has an armor up, and she has that the entire fight. And so yeah, once you get this weapon node, you're just gonna have guaranteed crits. And yes, I know she can't crit naturally, but the guaranteed crits just make her guaranteed crit. Like it kind of overrides that idea, and it's actually super good when you pair that with her stability function. It basically makes it so that like you get these like big heals on every single hit, and I'm telling you, it's just absolutely crazy. You're always going to be topped up pretty much this entire path. And to disarm it, you just gotta dodge any hit of their special attack, which is pretty easy for Professor X. He has that, just the special one. He shoots that one chunk at you at the end, just dodge that, and boom, he's disarmed. And then to capture it, you just gotta use the special one. So, pretty straightforward, not gonna lie. And then, yeah, so Professor X, he is your ramp up fight. And he's not a too bad ramp up fight. I know he's a little bit of an annoying defender, but he's not the worst. Plus, you have class advantage. Red Guardian and Omega Red, they're two pretty easy ones. Since you're ramped up from Professor X, you could rock that stability function, and then that gives you an insane amount of lifesteal. It's crazy. And then, so yeah, you have these two fights to just keep yourself topped up, and make sure you end the fight with a special 3 so you could, be ramped up for the next fight. And yeah, Mega Red, obviously, he is bad against robots, which Guillotine 2099 is. So yeah, he's not bad at all. Fortunately, the next two fights are kind of annoying. Daredevil with his shrugs, and Apocalypse, he's just Apocalypse. But yeah, these fights, because you have the stability function, you'll be topped up for most of the time. Crossbones, I mean, it's just Crossbones. He's easy to fight. Just bait the special one and intercepts. Be wary, be careful about parrying him because he can shrug it off. But aside from that, Crossbones, one of the more easier fights on this path. And then that's actually it. So it's pretty straightforward. Bahamut, however, he is where he stay zoomed in. He is where the nightmare happens, because I don't know what the general consensus of you guys are, but Bahamut, he is a bitch. I think he's the most difficult boss out of the three, and it's also just a long fight. Like I would definitely prepare a stash unless you're really comfortable fighting this fight. But yeah, if you don't know Bahamut, which you probably would if you're doing a challenge, but yeah, Bahamut is just he's a bitch. And how he works is, so phase 1, You want to get him to 3 volatile charges, which you get by, he has a timer, and if you're close to him, he gains a charge. If you're away from him, he gains like an X gamma charge, and you don't want to get X gamma. If he gets 3 X gamma, you pretty much just die. But once he gets the 3 volatile charges, every time I pronounce that, I'm going to say it differently every single time. But once he gets through those charges, you want him to use a special attack. And at the end of that special attack, he'll throw like this big shockwave at you. And once he throws it at you, you want to use a special attack into it so it kind of deflects it and hits him instead, and then you can do damage. And then once you push him to phase 2, you pretty much do the same thing, but you want to do it twice. But with the first time, you want to use the special attack, shoot that big wave back into him, and by using the special attack. The second time, you don't want to use a special attack, otherwise you'll just get hit. You want to use a heavy attack or parry it to deflect it, and then you can do damage. Phase 3, it's more or less the same thing, except sometimes the wave can be orange. You don't want to try to deflect the orange one because it can't be deflected. Just dex it and bait out another special attack. Phase 4 is just ping pong. Like, it's more or less the same thing, but this time you can only parry it, and it's just going to be going back and forth, because sometimes he can deflect it, and it's just ping pong. If you're unfamiliar with the fight, it's basically just ping pong. There's one more thing you gotta look out for with choosing this path in particular, and that is the trap node. So basically, this is once you're fighting Bahamut, you also have this little node to worry about as well. And what it does is the willpower mastery is no longer reduced, because normally in the fight it's like 85% reduced or something like that. Now there's no reduction, but as a caveat, Bahamut now heals 1,000% of whatever you heal. So it's pretty massive. The thing is, you're not going to be healing. So because with Guillotine 2099, she doesn't have willpower healing because she's a robot. So it's actually, you can kind of just ignore that second bit of the node because it doesn't come into play. The only times Guillotine 2099 does heal is when she drops below like 50% health, and then she gets that arc overload. And I'd argue that it's better to just to not heal at all than to worry about okay, I'm gonna take some hits, get myself to so and so percent health so I can heal, and then I'm gonna Spectre heal him, or I guess reduce his healing or put a Spectre debuff on him. It's not efficient in my eyes. So what I recommend with Bahamut is, once you go with Guillotine 2099, you want to use both of your pre-fights so you just don't heal. And that makes you, because otherwise what you would do if you miss the timing of the Spectre debuff she puts on with the special 2 is you just have to quit out the fight. If you mistime it, you can't use a special 2 because of his Hurt Locker node, or I guess Hurt Locker ability that he has, then it's oof, you're in a sticky situation. And I would just use both of the pre-fights just so you don't have to worry about your healing kicking in out of nowhere. But yeah, that's the Bahamut quest. And yeah, hope this video helped you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Kick Bahamut's ass. Goodbye.